All right, if you've ever run a WordPress site, you know that feeling, that little pit in your stomach right after you hit update. Did something just break? Is my contact form still working? Well, today we're going to look at a tool called Flowguard, and it's all about getting rid of that anxiety and giving you back your confidence. So let's just start with a really simple question, but one that probably keeps you up at night. Is your website working correctly right now? And I don't just mean, is it online? I mean, can people actually sign up? Can they buy stuff? Can they get in touch with you? How do you know for sure? Because, the real nightmare isn't just that something's broken. It's when your visitors find it before you do. Think about it. A contact form that just goes into the void. A checkout process that dies at the very last step. Every single one of those silent errors, that's lost money. That's lost trust. So what do we usually do? Well, for years, the only answer has been this soul-crushing routine of manual checks. You know the drill. After every single plugin update, every tiny change, you have to become your own tester. Clicking through every page, filling out every form, just crossing your fingers and praying it all still works. It's so tedious, it's not even reliable, and man, it is a massive waste of time. This really highlights a totally different way of thinking about it. The old way, it's all reactive. You're basically a detective, hunting for problems after the fact. It's slow, and let's be honest, we all miss things. The new way, the Flowguard way, is completely proactive. Everything is automated, it's always on, it's super efficient. It's really the difference between constantly putting out fires and, well, just knowing your building is fireproof. Okay, so let's dig into that proactive approach. This is where we get to introduce the hero of the story, really. Let's talk about your new automated assistant. So what is Flowguard exactly? In a nutshell, it's a WordPress plugin that lets you create these automated tests, and it calls them flows. Now, the best way to think of a flow is like a little robot clone of one of your users. It goes to your site, it clicks the buttons, it fills out the forms, and it double checks that the important stuff, like that "thank you for your order" message, shows up right where it's supposed to. It's a really simple idea, but it is so, so powerful. Seriously, this isn't just another plugin you install. It's like hiring a new team member whose only job, their entire job, is to test your website. All day, every day, 24/7. And the best part? They never get tired and they never need a coffee break. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Automated testing sounds technical, right? Complicated. But the whole idea behind Flowguard is to take all that power and make it super accessible for everyone. Let's take a look at just how simple they've made it. And this right here is where the magic really happens. The one feature that just completely demolishes that technical barrier is called recording mode. So how does it work? It's almost ridiculously simple. You hit a button that says record, and then you just use your own website like you normally would. Go ahead, click add to cart, type your stuff into the contact form, go all the way to the checkout page. As you're doing all this, Flowguard is just watching in the background, and it turns every single click, every single keystroke into a step in your test. And here's the absolute best part. Zero coding required. None. At all. So yeah, getting started is exactly as easy as it sounds. Step 1, install the plugin. Step 2, use that super simple recording mode to show Flowguard what's important. And step 3, well, that's it. You can just relax. Flowguard handles all the checking from that point on. But here's the thing. Creating those tests, those user flows, that's really only half the story. Flowguard is built to be a whole lot more. It's a complete health monitoring system for your site. It is always on. We're talking holidays, weekends, 3 in the morning. It doesn't matter. Flowguard is constantly in the background, checking, testing, and making sure your site isn't just working, but that it's also fast and ready for every single visitor. So when we say monitoring, what are we actually talking about? Well, it kind of breaks down into 3 key areas. First up, the basics. Uptime tracking. Is your site even online? Simple, but crucial. Second, performance. Is it loading fast enough for people, or is it sluggish? And third, error detection. Is it catching those little glitches before they turn into big, ugly problems? Let's put that in terms of actual features. You get that constant uptime tracking, of course. You can keep an eye on your site speed to catch any slowdowns, but here's the big one. If your site goes down or if one of your tests fails, you get an instant email alert. That means you're the first person to know there's a problem, not your angry customer. All right, quick aside for all the freelancers and agencies out there, this next part is especially for you. We all have those clients, right? How do you actually prove the value of your monthly maintenance plans? How do you show them you're really looking after their site? You do it with cold, hard data. Flowguard lets you generate these really professional-looking PDF reports. And get this, they're white label, so you can stick your own logo and branding all over them. These reports can show uptime graphs, performance stats, a log of any issues. You can even set them up to automatically email your clients every week or every month. It's a tangible, professional way to say, here's what I'm doing for you. All right, so let's bring it all home. What's the real payoff here? When you boil it all down, it comes down to two things: peace of mind and professionalism. I mean, it really is as simple as this. Sleeping better at night, you can finally stop worrying that your site's gonna rake at 3 in the morning. You can stop that tedious ritual of checking everything after every update. You just get to relax, knowing that if something goes wrong, you'll be the first to know. It's all about treating that constant anxiety for some real peace of mind. And again, for those of you with clients, this just makes you look so much more professional. Those reports we talked about, they're not just data. They're trust-building machines. They're how you show your value and justify what you charge. They prove you're on top of your game. And let's just be super clear about this one more time. All this power isn't hidden behind some wall of code or confusing tech speak. The whole system is built on one simple idea. If you can use WordPress, you can use Flowguard. That's it. You've already got all the skills you need. And really, that's the ultimate promise, isn't it? Spend a few minutes setting it up once, just recording those really important user paths, and you will save yourself countless hours of boring manual work and panicked troubleshooting later. It is the definition of a set-it-and-forget-it solution. So we kind of end up back where we started, but now the question has changed. It's not, is my site working right now? The real question is, why am I still the one who has to do all the checking? It's something to think about, right? What could you do with all that time, all that mental energy that you'd get back?